we're federally.
Hey everyone, it's DrZee, Father in the Dust.
Really a scary situation.
A police officer asking ChrisSky what she thinks about the pandemic and what are we protesting for when the mask mandates are lifted and they're going to be lifting the vaccines.
That is the universal basic income. Universal basic income. So you know how some people are getting SIRD payments right now? Imagine every single person in Canada, 17 and above, getting $2,000 to $2,400 a month, every month for the rest of their life, forever, and paid for by everybody that's working right now. And then they want to bring in 400,000 to 500,000 new Canadians every year. A majority of them are 17 plus. So you're adding all those people to this new welfare system that's hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars. And so what's going to happen? Inflation is going to go crazy. As we see, it already is. Look at gas. Gas prices are insane right now. Groceries are following. And they're going to try to blame it on Russia and all that, but it definitely has nothing to do with Russia. It has to do with the last 2 years of us running a tab of like $600 billion debt.
I was just kind of wondering where the protests, what the reasons were, because obviously some things have been lifted, but not everything.
No, that's what it is, because they need to lift it all, and then we need to make sure they put legislation in place to protect us from something like this happening again, because what they're doing is the opposite. The WHO has drafted what they're dubbing, I don't know what the official name is for it, but they're calling it a global pandemic constitution. And the next pandemic, they overrule the Constitution or the Charter of Rights or the Bill of Rights in whatever country signs on to this international treaty. 100 countries have so far signed on, including this one. So in the next pandemic, when they all say, oh, how are they going to institute a world government? Well, they already did on paper, and we already signed off on it. All they need is the next emergency.
So this is what you guys are still doing your convoys for?
That's what it's all about. Because even the truckers are still mandated. So when they're going in, luckily most of them aren't getting bothered going in and out, but they're trying to force them to do the tests, trying to force them to do the quarantine. And if you do one, that means you can only do 1 or 2 trips a month if you have to do the 14-day quarantine. So they can't really do their job.
So that's what people aren't liking.
It would. People don't like. Was he?
Yeah.
Oh, he's always on live. That's what he does. He's a cameraman, so I don't know. I didn't even know he was filming.
Yeah.
I just tell her how it is.
Like I said, we only
Are we not allowed?
No, and I figured you were gonna. I even warned her they're gonna complain about you because they were literally giving us the finger and taking pictures of us and blocking her in and putting the brakes on to make her have to brake and like doing crazy stuff. And they were old people. I don't understand it. They weren't like young people. They looked like seniors.
Was they called, if it was people related or?
I was gonna take a picture of both of their vehicles. Actually, there was.
I should have went earlier on my
It was
live.
a white SUV and it was a great pickup truck.
I wish I had coverage of that.
And this is Athena, by the way.
Cameraman missed his opportunity.
I know.
Missed your big opportunity.
Because my battery's
He
low.
was sleeping, to be honest.
I was.
Through it. Oh.
He's not very on the ball.
So this dog's got the little dime in there.
That's our buddy Dave. He was riding his bike, so we've been babysitting her. She's only 6 months. She's blue nose and pocket. She's so cute.
So how many vehicles do you guys have?
Just this one and the bike. Motorbike was inside the back.
Just a couple.
Yeah, I didn't really hear much about it.
No, they're from our convoy, I'm saying. No, what happened today was they created so many different venues.
Hey everyone, it's
trying to get everyone to
DrZee,
meet
Father
at
of the
different
Dust.
places and walk there, and it just really
Live
made everybody separate.
and alive.
So next week's going to be the big one in Vancouver. I think it's
Civilian Protective Services. And then we have the Government Protective Services right here. One thing you cannot, you can't do a tour without the police support and harassment. We're trying to catch our ferry. Check this out. We're trying to catch our ferry, okay, to go back to Vancouver for 5 o'clock, okay? 2 trucks, we would have made it. 2 trucks literally blocked us in. Jenny was trying to drive them. 1 truck on this side, 1 truck in the other lane, not letting us go by them so we can make our ferry. Obviously, they knew who we were. They were like, we have the Canada flags, you know what I mean, right there. Right? So they know who we were. They're giving us the finger and stuff, and they're blocking us in. It was like teamwork. And then when we actually finally tricked them and we went past them, like Jenny went this way and then she went back in this lane. She outsmarted them. Jenny 2 feet. There's one thing you guys don't know. She drives with both her feet. Yes. And I didn't know this, but race car drivers drive with both their feet. And so do, go-karts. Yes. So anyways, she outran them. They got jelly, peanut butter jelly, so they called the popo. Look at this. They called the popo on us.
Longer, but she just kind of got to do a thing.
They called the Posleys. Look what it says. Hi AF. Isn't that funny? I got it for Chris. It's a tray. Look what it says. Hi AF. And look at the police officer. Isn't that cool? The reflection. And there's the popo right there. Anyway, and then there's her. She doesn't mind us videotaping and whatnot, so she's all concerned about videotaping her. Why did you pull us over? Huh? Want to waste our time? Ridiculous. See, this is what they do now. They get jelly, then she's like, oh, we got a report that you were swerving, so we're going to check to see if you were drinking. And Jenny doesn't even drink alcohol. And now they just wasted our time. It's 5:15. We missed our ferry. That's all good. A little time, maybe God is protecting us from something, You never know, right? Only God knows. We don't know what the future holds. Only God knows. You know what happened? I thought I had my incense in my hand, and I thought it was my vape, and I put it in my mouth, and I was like a retard. Got like some cologne, like the body oil, the fragrant oils. Gotta see what's happening now. That's just Chris walking the dog, right there. Yeah, just so we missed our ferry. They did it on purpose, but this is what our police force is doing. ChrisSky explaining the sweaters, people.
Government ain't gonna do it. I don't think so. And to be honest, I haven't worn a mask anywhere. I have a mask exemption.
There's no contagion.
I haven't worn a mask. I obviously haven't been keeping my social distance from people that
Right, people? No contagion. La adwa.
15 countries on
She's like, have you had COVID yet?
in Asia, South America.
Where are you getting the money to do it all?
I've been working for over 20 years.
Oh, okay.
The name ChrisSky comes from my business. I own a company called Sky Homes Corporation. So it's not like a name I made up for COVID. It's like a family business I've been in since I was 13. Some people have been calling me ChrisSky since I was 15 years old.
Okay.
But our business was adversely affected by this because we do development and build for low-rise residential. So development was
Behind the scenes, look at this. Here, let me show you guys Popo right there. Look.
they froze. And for a development,
So they got 3 police cars.
bankers on there,
2 behind us
they're still paying the interest.
and 1 in front of us. They're still harassing Jenny
But in our case,
because they think that she's drinking and driving.
so they let us go. And
Obviously she wasn't, because she wasn't drinking.
the point where we had to do the actual physical work of putting the roads and sewers in yet. So we were lucky enough.
Look at it. Remember the SN8101, CTE109. Police, I'm going to be putting them in a citizen's arrest. Should we citizens arrest these police officers?
That's why he
Yeah, look at this. You're wasting your time, buddy.